Hey guys, it's Karsh from OneTap. A lot of times our customers ask us, can I export a PDF report out of OneTap? For example, a lot of times people are like doing sign-in sheets and like visitor logs and stuff. And mainly for like security and for bookkeeping purposes, a lot of times they're asking for signatures because obviously an Excel is a better format to work with when it comes to data, when it comes to like being able to filter the data, sort the data, compute attendance and all that. But just for like sometimes for like legal reasons, for bookkeeping reasons, or just to like kind of send a report up to the manager or print something out and keep it on file. Especially when you're taking signatures, you'd want to import PDFs. So here's how PDF export works on OneTap. You literally hit the export attendance button. So what I'm gonna do right now is I'm gonna create a list. So it's already created a list right here called after school daycare, and I'm gonna go inside this list and I'm gonna change the check-in method here to signature. Okay, and we're gonna add a few profiles in here, and we're gonna check check in these people, for example, using various different check-in methods. So the first one we're just gonna do it on the dashboard, and let's just say, for example, we're using the website. We can just check them in that way. Let's just say we send them a link, right? So for example, we send the parents a link. These are the parents that are coming to the after school daycare. So one of the names on here is called Anderson. So let's just say we put up a QR code on the wall where people can self-check in, and I covered this on a different video. They'll just go over here and then they'll just type in Anderson and find their name, hit continue. You can also do this with codes, just for more privacy and stuff. And then they sign the name here. This is what the visitor would do, the parent does, and then done. And let me show you what this would look like on the iPad kiosk, because that's also a very common way for our users to just set up a kiosk where people can just sign their name, or do this on the iPhone and the iPad. So you got the iPad right here and we got the names right here. So for example, on the iPad, I can just click on this. I can just click on Brittany, and then like, for example, we can do the signature. This is the admin mode, by the way. On the kiosk side, we're gonna check in Brown. So we're gonna enter kiosk mode, hit continue. You can customize all this. And let's just say like we want to have a sign-in process where like the person just finds their name. So you find Brown, hit continue, and then like, hey, we want to check in for daycare, and then like we just want to do a signature like that, and then hit continue. So this is how it's done. You can also pin this to a specific list and then have them do it that way, but just for the example right here, I had so the visitors are going to select their own list and do it. So as soon as we've done that, as soon as we click on these records, we should be able to see the signatures at the bottom, be able to see all their photos and stuff like that. Now we want to export this right here into the Excel format, into the PDF format. So what we'll do is we'll go over to the list and we'll just go export attendance. You can do this from the main page or from here. It just automatically selects it. And if I just want to do this list right here, I'm going to select PDF, and I'm going to select this list is automatically selected, after school daycare, August 30th, continue. And we don't want to select a profile right now, but you can also filter it to a specific person, but in this case it doesn't really kind of make sense. It's just like the list overall. And we just hit the download button. Easy as that. The PDF report will be generated. You hit download report. You can also click on the notification bell here and then click on the report whenever it's ready. So like it will say download file. And then what we'll do is once this is done, this is what the report will look like. So we see that we've checked in a bunch of people, like around 5 p.m. And here's all their signatures, and here's their check-in date. Now, if you're also doing checkouts as well, we're gonna have checkout signatures on this report as well. But like at the moment, it's doing check-in signatures, but that's also coming out very soon. So you just do checkout like normal. And then, for example, right now I'm just gonna do checkout as tap. We're not gonna do signature checkouts. But you can also add that here as well. So as an example right here, I'm just going to do tap, and I'm going to go back into this list now, and I'm going to do checkout people. Just click on their name again on the admin side, check them out. On the link, what you do is you just send them the same, they should have the same link, the QR code. So this is what they would scan on their phone. And let's just say we want to check out Anderson. So we'll do ND, continue. And they can check out here for the after school daycare, and then that's done. So it records the checkout time, the check-in time, checkout time, and then Brittany and Brown. Let's just say, for example, we want to check in or check out Brittany or Brown. We'll go to settings right here just to kind of change things up. We're going to select a list. For example, we're going to select this one, because prior to this I had the visitors selecting the list themselves, just to kind of change things up and cover different check-in methods in the same video. I'm just going to change that, and I'm going to pick Brown, and I'm going to hit continue and say checkout, because I've already checked in. So done. So let's just on the report. So we got Brittany still checked in, hasn't checked out yet. The rest of the people have checked in and have checked out, and here's the time elapsed. What we'll do is we'll just hit the export attendance, go to the single report PDF, and then hit download again. And easy as that, it will actually run this, and it will give us all the data right here. So what we can see here is that like the check-in took place and then the checkout took place as well, and then there's a duration. The checkout signature is coming out soon. If they do have a checkout signature, we'll show that in the column. But for right now, at the moment, it's just doing the PDF signatures right here. Well, the signatures on the PDF and the check-in time and checkout time. Now, there's other types of like kind of combinations you can kind of play around with. So if we go to the list page and do export attendance, same thing, go to the same modal. We can do this for an entire course. So for example, I have a course right here where I can kind of just print out the entire thing, you know, across all the different days. I did talk about recurring list and how that works, and that kind of, you know, well, the recurring, this is for like recurring lists because you only got the parent list here. And then we got so that can also be done in a PDF format. And then you have the profiles report. So what we can do is we can select the PDF option here. You want to select a profile here because without having a profile, it's not going to be able to, well, it only takes one profile and gives all the check-ins for that person. So in that case, we'll just do all time. You can also add date filters here. So you can say, hey, I just want to like look at check-ins that were done today. And I'm going to hit download. And this will give us the PDF signature report for that one person. So we can see that, for example, after school daycare is like the list name where Anderson checked in, which was a list that we were doing check-ins for. And it looks like baking class was also there. And then the check-in signature happened there. And this is the checkout time, and this is the duration. And then these are all custom fields, by the way. So these are custom fields for that one person. So like whatever the value is on the custom field is what's going to be reflected over there. So let's say, for example, we want to change this to, there's no enrolled course. Maybe the ID number is like, 111. So that's what is going to get printed right here because these are all the profile attributes. You'll see the generated time when the report was generated and the period. So like based on the dates and stuff you set. And then here's the table for the check-ins. And when you do an individual list report, you're not going to see the profile information here because there's multiple profiles here. So you got like 4 people here. You're just going to see the list name and then the reporting period and then like the check-in checkout stamp. This report will get a little bit more enhanced, like it'll start showing summaries, well, it'll start giving totals and stuff like that, like how many total numbers of records that are, records are here, so you don't have to count them individually. And yeah, that pretty much covers the PDF reports and the different types of reports. So just to summarize, we got the specific list. We can print off all the names that are on that list, all the sign-ins that took place on that list. And then we can also go into the course and we can print it at a course level. So all the sign-ins that took place for the course inside a certain date range or all time. And we can also go into a specific profile report and we can be like, well, I just want to know all the check-ins that this one person has done between a certain timestamp or between a certain date range or just all time. Let us know what you think about the PDF reports. It was specifically, I think it's really cool because of signatures, because there wasn't a good way to display signatures on Excel, and I think this should really help people who just need who are using it for I guess on the bookkeeping side and more on kind of like the legal side. Hey, we just need to keep track of signatures and people sign things.